There's there's three things that I want to talk to you about when when you're dealing with fear, anxiety. I have seen that the spirit of darkness would definitely, it's like it would definitely overshadow the soul. A person can feel very discouraged. It's amazing that the gentleman allegedly um, call him, if I'm saying this right, um, Twickler, Twickler. If I'm pronouncing it right, but he had he played in the Shield and was a musical for Allen's talk show, and he had it all. He had it all, and it shows you that a person can have it all, but don't have it all. So when you see rich or different class, different class of people who go through anxieties, they go through this loneliness, and I think what amazes me is those who they are in the church. How can you not how can I say this? The same way that this young man, this brother, who talk show movie actor, you have to get those spots. You really have to put forth an effort, a focus. You have to put forth energy. You have to study. You have to really think, execute it to be able to get that spot beyond others. How can you focus and how can you gain the world? But you can't use the same energy or the focus in God. One of the things that I definitely had thought about when I thought about him is that he had it all. It's amazing he had what people were killing themselves for, or seeking God. I mean, desperately. See, that has to be an example. That has to be an example. It has to be his life. His life um, is important. Even he made the mistake, the decision he made. It's still important. His life's still important. if 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 people are not real, not seeking deep within themselves, because no one needs to let anxieties, this sickness, to sneak up on them. Because it's amazing, because like I say, it's when you have the money to get anything your heart desire, or at least take care of your family and your children, and then make a decision when you have small kids, you have a family, and to make that decision to, you know, that shows you that what was going on inside, where it was definitely worse. It was worse. It's like this is what I want you to understand. Number one, you will not find peace. You will not find peace in goals. You will not find peace in goals. Like, how to, it's like they said this is the answer. The answer to what? Well, it could be the answer to, if you're broke, it can be an answer to that. But when a person is seeking for peace, are you seeking for wealth, or are you seeking for peace? Which means peace can be a life where that you don't have to worry about a bill or food, or your kids, and this and that, um, the norm of those who does not have it has to deal with. So number one, peace is not in goals. Like when you set a goal, peace is not in that. That's number one. Peace is not in goals, because many people set goals and having a mind of this life that will bring them peace. It's not in goals. It's not in wealth. It's not in a business. Peace is not in. It's not. When you understand, when God says you can gain the whole world and lose your soul, that means that when you can gain the whole world, but you're not going to find peace. You're not going to find what you're looking for when you gain the whole world. That's the discernment of that. Number two, love. Love, you're not going to find peace in love. You're not going to find peace in relationship, marriage. You're not going to find peace. Not this peace. You're not going to find this peace. The third one is family. You're not going to find peace in family. Not this type of peace. You're not going to find this peace in family. Or he would have found peace. Many people would not even be doing stuff that they have done if they had this peace. This piece here, it settles. It's like this. It's knowing who created you. Number one, it's knowing who created you. Understanding who created you. Understanding who created you. Who created you? Understanding who created you. Do you understand? Understanding who created. Anybody can say God. But when you begin to have a relationship with God in a way which it is virtue, it's a virtue, it's an experience. That's how serious it has to be. Just like when you chase after anything that you feel that will bring you peace. God is the only peace. God is the only peace. God is the only peace. the next thing, number two, when I said love or sex or there's no peace in there. Not this type of peace. Those peace are of the world. The peace that I'm talking about, or what the Bible is revealing, is the peace that is way beyond that. It's the peace where that if you are married and things don't go right, and it's not your fault. It's the peace that keeps you. It's the peace that keeps you sane. It's the peace that comforts you. It's the peace that says, you gotta understand. It's the peace that takes you from earthly desires. It don't listen. It don't keep you in earthly desires. It's heavy and stronger than earthly desire and meaningful in life. When two people can have peace of God in their hearts, you want to know what makes a relationship? A lot of people say being compatible, but they're talking about the flesh. It's nothing good in the flesh. It's nothing perfect in the flesh. But the perfect peace that passes understanding. When two people honors that peace in their heart, in their mind, you listen, their relationship is on a whole nother level. Man, relationship is on a whole nother level. Knowing God is not having peace. Preaching the word is not having peace. I'm telling you, it's not having peace. This is a relationship with you and God. And everybody, I understand, I ain't gonna never down nobody who feel that they got a relationship with God. But what I'm saying is that you should be seeking God in that relationship until it absorbs you, until it assumes you. Every area of your life, every negative area of your life, to assume you. Where you don't quickly judge other people, you don't quickly talk about other people. Your mind is not clicking like that. You've been quickened by the Spirit. If the Spirit quicken you, what do you think the Spirit gonna do when it quicken you? It's going to quicken you to the relationship that you have with God. If that relationship with God is not pursued, if it's not pursued desperately, it's going to be something lacking. You got to understand. You have to see God fully to have this peace. The last one is family. A lot of people wrap themselves around family, and listen. I love my family. I love my mom. I love my kids. I love people. Family. I'm talking about immediate family. I'm not talking about being married. Just talked about that. I'm talking about like your mother, your dad, your grandmama, and everything. And you got to understand, the peace of God is. Listen. The peace of God is much honorable. You have to seek the peace of God beyond your parents. You might say, well, why? It's because your parents wouldn't even be your parents unless the God that you should be seeking zealously was their parent. And God is also your parent. So wouldn't it make it, wouldn't it make sense if you now, let's say it like this. How would it make sense to seek an earthly person more than God? To be so dedicated and so to the point where you won't you would pick them over. And some people say, oh, I don't listen. It's through the assuming. I mean, the assume to not assume. I'm sorry. Um, um, to consume something. Do you understand? To consume, you must consume God. I named 3 things that is important in people's lives: money, wealth, being married, having a family, and their immediate family, their family. 3 things that is on the earth that I'm telling you, people think about this all the time. In some type of way or form or fashion, but you must consume yourself to understand that it's nothing. And what you're doing is just putting it in this order. God is always first, not by hearsay or communication. Do you understand? It's about the connection, the relationship, not on your terms. A lot of people has burnt that up real bad. Not on your terms. You got to have a relationship with God on His terms. You got to learn how to be quiet. You got to learn how to be still. You got to learn how to take things. You got to learn how to let God have His way. You have to learn these things, and God's Spirit is there to teach you these things. To die to the self, to the flesh. Well, this is another one, and I want you to have a blessed day. I know that God is raising you up. I know that God is raising you up. You're not going backwards. You're going forward. God is raising you up. You're going forward. So if anything that comes up in your life that tries to creep in, like anxieties or anything like that, try to creep in and everything, check your connection with God. See, is He the full force 360 around you, around your mind, around your heart? If God is not the 360 around your mind and your heart and your spirit, then you know something. That's how it creeped in. So you must just go to God. Start slowing down and letting it unfold. Oh wow, this. I didn't even know how God was going to bring this. Give Him all the glory. Father, give you all the glory in the name of Yeshua. Give you all the glory. And I thank you for your people. Be blessed. And I see y'all again. Amen. All right.